Let me fix this shit right here. How you doing, guys? Today I'm gonna make a video about my Sony 8000. No, sorry, my Sony Ps 8750 turntable. This thing was designed and built back in 1974. If you can see, this thing doesn't look 40 years old. It doesn't look 40 years old. The design of this turntable has held so well that if you see the TV right here and the turntable, they look the same era. They came from the same era. I mean, you ask somebody who doesn't know about turntables how old they think this turntable is, and they will tell you a year, 2 years old. I mean, the insides of this turntable. This turntable is a Yule. When Sony wants to make high-end stuff, they do it with flying colors, man. Sony is a really good company, but also is a very lazy company, because they do amazing stuff. They do one concept, they make one design, then the second design is improved better, and then they basically flip you a middle finger, say, you want expecting the third model? Oh, fuck you, you're not gonna get any shit. Anyway, this turntable came from Japan. I won this turntable in Yahoo Auctions Japan. This thing was, it was not like now. I purchased this turntable 3 years ago. The story of this turntable is hilarious. Like I said, I won it in Japan. Usually when you buy something in Japan, and after you paying everything, it takes like 2 weeks to arrive. This thing cost me $650 in Japan. Then they charge you extra for the shipping cost, and and going and pick it up the item, whatever the item is in Japan, and then the extra for the special service packaging that they offer you. I don't know if they still doing the same with this. They continue doing with the same practicing. If you buy something from them, trust me, you have to get the special packaging service. If you don't get it and you get the regular packaging service, my friend, whatever it is that you're buying, it's gonna come in here in pieces, literally in pieces. It's gonna be so destroyed that you're gonna basically take it, open the box, take it and throw that thing in the dumpster. Anyway, I won the auction. I pay for the turntable. I pay for the shipping, for the special packaging thing. 2 weeks pass, 3 weeks pass. I don't hear from the guys in Japan. The mailman is telling me I don't have anything from you every morning. So I get fed up. I send a message to the guys in the warehouse in Japan. And the guys in the warehouse in Japan, one of the guys is telling me, this is a story that it sounds like it came from Disney. Oh, sorry to inform you that something happened to the turntable when we're doing the transportation from the area in Osaka to Tokyo, and the dust cover was broken in pieces, and now we cannot send you the turntable because it's a bad thing for the image of the company to send you stuff that was broken in the warehouse. And I just reading the message, and I said to the guy, I replied the guy, and I sent a message to the dude saying, dude, forget about the dust cover, just please remove the plotter, remove the the 2 cartridges, actually, because it came with 2 cartridges, the 245s aluminum spacers, put the plotter underneath the box, underneath the turntable. I basically explained the whole packaging program to the guy, and the guy sent me another message saying, oh, I'm sorry to inform you that I forgot to tell you when the dust cover was cracked in pieces, whatever cracked the dust cover also broke the arm, and the arm basically cracked from the mounting plate, so there is nothing you can do. The guy basically told me that there's nothing you can do, so now we're gonna give you the money back and you're gonna be happy, right? And I'm like, oh my god. So I sent a message. I sent another message to the dude, and I said, dude, please just do what I ask you, secure everything very nice, and send me the turntable. So the guy sent me another message 2 days later. No, we're gonna give you the money back. So I said to the dude, just hold that thought. And I started to look in the internet for the customer service of Yahoo Auctions in Japan, and I found it. And I'm speaking with this lady. This lady's in the United States, and she said to me by the phone, just hold. I'm gonna transfer you to Japan to the office in Japan, you can speak to someone in there. And she did that. She transmitted to someone in Japan. I'm speaking to this guy, very nice person. The guy is checking his computer. He says, yeah, everything you're telling me is true. Everything is checks up. The turntable was supposed to be shipped basically 3 weeks ago. I'm going to the warehouse and gonna check it out. I'm gonna send you a message tomorrow morning to let you know what happened. And the guy did. The guy sent me a message the next day, and he's basically telling me the turntable. He found the box. The turntable is already in a box, in a big box. So at that point, I'm thinking, what did the guy tell me? He's telling me he cannot send me a turntable, but the fucking turntable is already in a box. So at this point, it's not making any sense. So the guy who's basically checking for me now is telling me, because of the inconvenience that we cause you, I'm gonna send you the turntable with a different shipping service. And the guy did, because these things take basically 2 weeks, between 2 and 3 weeks to arrive. The turntable arriving in 1 week, from Monday to Friday, 1 week. Oof. And you know, the box arrives here. I'm moving the box, but because I pay for the special packaging service, I didn't hear anything. But in my mind, the whole time I was just seeing this thing in pieces. I was like, this thing's gonna be like the guy described. It's gonna be broken in pieces. And I opened the box, and as you can see right now, that's the way the turntable was. It was nothing broke. Everything was packaging in small boxes. Sorry, and the dust cover is intact. Something that I like about this turntable, other than all the tech this thing has inside, is the dust cover. You see those lines there? That's not for decoration. Those things are the magnetizers. When you play the record, the needle holds electricity, and that charges the vinyl, the record, with the static. So after many plays, the static starts to affect the sound. What this magnetizers and the dust cover does is, when you close it, the thing basically sucks the static energy out of the vinyl, and you get a clean sound. I didn't know about that before I got this turntable. Now, after 3 years, you know, I look in the internet after I opened this thing and saw the insides of it, and I was blew away. I mean, as turntables go, this design from Sony, from back of 1974, is the best design that you can find turntables. It's true, it's not fully automatic, it's semi-automatic, but after you hear this thing with a really good needle, you know that this thing is a keeper. You cannot sell this thing, it's pointless. People who has this turntable, man, keep it. Don't sell it. Forget about those $1,500 they're gonna offer you. $1,500 don't pay for shit. I mean, the good turntables now you're seeing, they go for $3,000. So what is the point to sell something like this that, trust me, later on it's gonna cost a lot more, because all this Sony stuff from the late 70s is costing a lot of money now, and this Sony is not gonna be an exception. This thing is going with those items too. Anyway, when I opened the box and I saw the turntable was fine and everything was, you know, good. The only thing that was broken was the Victor cartridge right here. This guy, the needle, they broke the needle. This thing was done by purpose. They did it because grudge, I don't know why. It came with 2 cartridges. This Victor, it came with the Technics 2050, you see that? It came with a small tool and the 245 aluminum spacers. I mean, it was a really good deal for $650 plus the shipping and stuff. I don't know how much it was in the end, but it was a really good deal. Now I'm gonna tell you, for the people who's looking for this turntable, if you find this turntable and a really good price, just give the money to the guy, grab this bitch and run to the sunset. Put this thing in the back of your car and just drive, man, because this guy right here, this little thing right here, is gonna cost a lot of money. Anyway, that's the story of my Sony Ps 8050. Amazing turntable. The guys in the warehouse in Japan give me a fight for it, but I get it and I'm happy. Anyway, thank you guys. Stay tuned. Bye.